Thank you again for being here, Secretary Granholm. I wanted to start with nuclear policy and appreciate you joining in recognizing and celebrating the bill heading to the President's desk to ban the import of uranium from Russia. I believe this is very important in sending the signal to the markets that America is committed to restoring our nuclear leadership and having strong and secure supply chains in the United States, and look forward to working with you to make sure that we implement that ban in a way that's going to strengthen our industry. Wanted to shift then to reliability, electric reliability, certainly with this just forced transition in place across the board. Electric reliability is a challenge that is facing many people, many states, many regions of the country. NERC continues to issue these warnings to much of the country to anticipate brownouts, blackouts. And unfortunately, we see this forced retirement of baseload generation that's impacting reliability. I wanted to ask, because this is getting worse. Alarms bells were ringing in 2021 and it's gotten worse. The law requires you as Secretary of Energy to coordinate national energy policy. Would you agree that this involves federal actions that affect electricity supply and delivery?
Yes.
Are you comfortable allowing EPA to take actions that effectively dictate the electricity generation mix and in effect the energy policy of our nation and many states?
We have signed a memorandum of understanding with EPA and have worked with them on their standards. I'm very comfortable that what they have proposed is doable and that it will in fact increase our energy security.
EPA just issued new standards for power generators that rely upon the deployment of carbon capture technology, claiming that these technologies have been adequately demonstrated. And this is in direct conflict with the Department of Energy's own programs required by Congress to prove the carbon capture technology can work at scale in the power sector, which has not happened. Should EPA be proposing standards based upon technology that DOE has not yet shown to be adequately demonstrated in the power sector?
We believe that carbon capture technology is proven technology and is being demonstrated, for example, at the Petronova facility in Texas. That has been up for a long period of time. What hasn't been demonstrated is that there hasn't been a price on carbon that made it worthwhile for the private sector to step into this until now. With the Bipartisan Infrastructure Law and the Inflation Reduction Act, now there is a price on carbon that makes that industry worthwhile looking into. And so we're excited about that, and we're excited about the demonstration projects in this new environment that our Manufacturing and Energy Supply Chains Office is setting up.
Well, I know there's many anxious to get going. I wanted to shift gears a bit here. There's growing concerns about what's going on our college and university campuses around anti-Semitism and the protest. And what we're finding is that these same colleges and universities benefit from millions and millions of dollars, federal taxpayer dollars, including Department of Energy that has issued hundreds of millions of dollars in grants and assistance to American universities. For FY22, we saw that over $900 million went to colleges and universities. I just wanted to ask, is there a central database? Can you tell me how much money Columbia University has gotten from the Department of Energy?
I don't have that figure in front of me, but I'm happy to get that back to you.
That would be helpful because I believe it's important. This committee is going to be taking action to ensure that these funds are complying with all applicable laws, including our Civil Rights Act. Another challenge is we seem to be continuing to lose our competitive edge to China, and when it comes to some of the supply chain issues on green and energy. Last year, DOE found a lack of sufficient safeguards for intellectual property at its national labs, specifically the area of licensing technology to companies with foreign owners. In light of the issues raised in that report, I wanted to ask why DOE hasn't conducted a similar review of licensing practices at universities and other research entities.
We are, any entity that gets funding or partners with us on research, we we have a very robust engagement with about what is a threat to us as taxpayers about protecting our intellectual property. And we have set up an entire ecosystem inside DOE to ensure that our intellectual property and our taxpayer dollars are protected.
Okay, well, we're deeply troubled, and any information, we're deeply troubled with what's going on the college and university campuses, and any detailed information that you can give the committee would be appreciated. I'm sure we'll be following up. Thank you.
Julie,